Hi guys, no cameraman today, so I had to press the video myself. We're back again, Team J Skyfall, 3rd of May, 2015, with another podcast. Obviously, we one man short, so it will just be the two of us today. So yeah, we're just going to continue from where we left off. Nana's going to go more in depth about what she's been covering on the business plan and all that she's uncovered since yesterday.
Yeah. So since yesterday, basically I was talking about what the business plan means now in a bit more detailed aspect as to what are the main four sections of the business plan, and also the 6 different types of business plans. So before I get you all excited about now what is actually the business plan and how it's structured, I decided today let me just talk about why is it important to have a business plan. So as I've been doing a lot of study on this, I came across an article written by the Statistic Brain Research Institute. Basically what they say is that in the 4th year of operation, for example, the businesses in the agricultural industry fail, like 44% of them fail.
Wow.
That's quite a lot of businesses. That's a great number. So, and also I believe it's true, and I believe that the business plan is rather important, because also Scarborough also states in his research that businesses that are most likely to fail are those that do not have, or that do not conform to developing a business plan. So yeah, I mean, according to those numbers and according to this guy's researchers, and there's a lot of paper on them, I believe that having a business plan is of great importance. And just an article that I was reading also today stated like there were like 6 essential reasons why the business plan is really important. Like why it's really important to have a business plan. But out of all those 3, like what I derive is one big reason for you to have a business plan is that it is a plan. So basically, if you have a plan, you know what you're working towards. So it basically now clients, it also now allows you, now having a business plan allows you to now look at the bigger picture, see the whole business as a whole, your whole business now. So you know what's important, know what you must do first, you know what you're working towards. It basically gives you a sense,
in order to get.
So it basically gives you a sense of direction as to what you're working towards. So yeah, I greatly believe that having a business plan, and if you believe, or if you think of starting a business, you must consider that it's really important to have a business plan, all based on those couple of reasons that I just gave up.
So now, like, what risk would one run except for like total failure? What if I got the business up and running without a business plan? Now, except for total failure, are there other risks that one could probably encounter?
Yeah, I believe there are, because let's say, for example, you have a business, set up your own business, and then it runs quite successfully for like the first 3 years or so. But now, because the market changes, the customers changes, the customers' needs changes, especially if in the technology world, because the technology world advances daily. So now, not having a plan of how you're gonna accommodate or how you're gonna counteract all those hurdles that you come across, I believe that it's gonna it might have a very great impact and sort of limit you into now your thinking abilities to. You only thought about studying this, but you didn't think about
the future,
what will happen in the future. So yeah.
That's a great point, guys. I think it's a compelling reasons to have a business plan, and I'm truly having one as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, now to my section, which is the market planning.
Yeah.
So when I did market planning, I thought, like, surprisingly enough, market planning is the last part of a rather very long process. It's not long in the sense of it has many steps, but there's actually things you need to do before you even get to a market plan. You need to actually first do market research. Based on market research, come up with a market strategy. So the market strategy is then implemented by the market plan. Yeah.
That's how you're building up to the market plan.
So when I was like, okay, why am I trying to write a market plan when I don't have a strategy and I don't even have a research? So today I'm going to just specifically talk about the market research and what I found out about it. So obviously the market research is rather very basic. In in that it's something that gives you information about the market you're going in, what kind of products, what habits people are in, the kind of services that are being provided, all information that will enhance your ability to provide a product or actually provide a service while knowing what's out there and how people are moving and what they're actually doing. Yeah. So it's very nice in that sense. But what market research actually does well is that it can actually put you in a position where people can actually tell you enhancements you need to do for a specific product. Now, if you had a product which was based on something else and you gave it to a specific research or markets research group, they could tell you that, can't you put a button here, change this and do this here? So then when you go back and do some redevelopment, you come up with a product which has gone through all these phases and now you covered more of what the people want and less of what you thought was cool and made you money. But market research is now giving you the upper hand of putting these improvements into a product and allowing you to have that small edge on everyone else in the market. But now, obviously, being market research, it doesn't totally be like all gains on all sides. Market research can tell you some stuff, but there's stuff it can't tell you as well. Like I made an example where people telling you like specifically how to improve your products, but now it can as well tell you what people think of your product. So if you were to come up with a product, you could say, hey guys, I'm coming with this phone, doesn't even have a screen, what do you think of it? And then people can give you their thoughts. No, this is weird, this is lame. No, I'll probably buy one, probably wouldn't buy one. Then it will actually show you whether there's a market for that or not. So just based on that information alone. But what the market research doesn't tell you is, when it comes to invention, market research doesn't work that well. Because people can't tell you some improvements and stuff about stuff they even don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so what information can you give a person about something you don't even know you need yet?
When you just invented this thing, so it's
Exactly. So market research has that shortfall. So it struggles to accommodate any form of marketing when it comes to trying to find out what people think about a product that doesn't exist yet. So now, build a product and then revisit the market and try to find out whether is there still a market for this product you're building. And then based on that, you could probably find that you're still relevant, what you're building is still needed and all that. Because again, people can't give you feedback when something doesn't even exist. They've never used it before. A good example of this would have been the iPhone inventing the touchscreen. The first iPhone with the touchscreen. Before that, there hadn't been a full touchscreen phone of that capacity. And no one actually ever thought that they needed a phone which touches the screen. But Apple came with it and it was like, oh, the holy grail. We couldn't live without this thing before.
Oh, nobody can now.
Yeah, so now, exactly. That's a good example of showing that market research is perfect, but in that case, Apple really didn't have anything to like work with because they hadn't been one before.
Interesting.
So that's just a small breakdown about market research and all that. So next podcast I'll probably be looking more deep into market strategy before I get into the nitty-gritty of market planning as well. That's pretty nice. So that's today's podcast, guys. Feels pretty short because I still got a lot to say. So guys, thanks for tuning in today. So Team J Skyfall coming in tomorrow, and we've got more in store for you. Thanks.
Business. Bye.
I hope it didn't stop.